welcome to my channel. Uh, since we are in 2023 and I just wanted to share some long-term review. It's like my personal opinion on few gadgets that I've been using from some time. So I'll start first with my AirPods Pro Generation 2, and I'd like to talk about some basic thing like from a daily usage perspective, how comfortable they are, and also from the sound perspective, because I work out 2 to 3 times per week, and I use this one and also my AirPods Max. So I would like to kind of share my opinion on this one, and probably in another video I would like to share my opinion and honest review of the AirPods Max as well. But in this video we're gonna be focusing on more on this AirPods Pro second generation. So first thing first, this is the second generation of AirPods. So I have added this silicone case on it. Let me just take it off just to show you. I put this on because it keeps my AirPods Pro case scratch free. I have a beautiful engraving because I ordered it from the Apple's website. If you order any product, most of the product from the Apple's website, then you can have this engraving. You can select any wording or any emojis, and they don't charge you for that. So this is a very good I would say service provided by the Apple only. And at the bottom you can see we have few speaker grills, and this as well, I think it's a speaker grill probably. And then on the back we have this button, power button, or pairing button, and on the side we have this lanyard slot to put the lanyard cable. So from the, I would say, size and weight perspective, it to me it feels more or less the same like the first generation. I do not have first generation. I got rid of it because I don't want to keep the gadgets that I'm not using. So I sold that one and I got this new fresh pair. And I would like to admit that I didn't know what the hype around the original Apple AirPods Pro was all about, because when I saw this Apple AirPods Pro on the TV when Apple was releasing it, then to me it more sounded like they have just done some cosmetic changes and nothing wow. So I wasn't very convinced that I should go for it. But in my previous generation of AirPods Pro, I was having some battery related issues. So the power backup was not quite as it was when I started. So just so I thought that maybe I can try this new generation, because it has more battery backup, and also it comes with some new second generation chip that makes the sound quality better. So I was not very convinced when I bought it, but then if I talk about now, I'm very, very convinced, and I think that it was a good decision. So starting with the first look of the AirPods buds itself. So as you can see, we have a little bit of sensors placement changed from the first generation. People who are using first generation, they can actually identify the difference, but once you put it in your ear, it's not that much prominently visible. So if somebody is wearing AirPods Pro Generation 1, or if somebody is wearing AirPod Generation 2, you won't be able to point out the difference simply just looking from the outside. Now looking into the some new changes this case. So I would like to talk about some good thing and the bad thing about this charging case. So the good thing is that it has higher capacity, and it also has the capability to charge through the cable of Apple Watch. So maybe I can show you. This is my Apple Watch charging cable. I can simply slap it on, and you can see there is wirelessly charged. So you do not need to carry one more cable just to charge it, and it charges quite fast because I have this Ultra Watch charging pad, which is actually giving more power. So from that perspective, it's really good, and I really like. I appreciate that decision. I never use this lanyard cable, so for me, it doesn't exist. It's like totally invisible. But one annoying thing that I would like to call out is that this also has speaker, which is actually a good thing, because sometimes when you lose this case, then you can use your Find My app on iPhone, and you can try to look at it where you are. You left your AirPods. But then it also becomes sometimes annoying. Like for example, when you are at a quiet place, and when the battery goes below 50 percentage, or I don't know, 40 percentage, it makes this kind of sound. So I'll pause, and I'll let you hear the sound. Yeah, I hope you heard this kind of clicking sound, like ten 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 ten. So basically, this sound is quite irritating, and I also have a small baby at home, and sometimes I don't feel very comfortable. So sometimes when I want to use the AirPod, just because it will make noise, in this kind of, so I am not using it. So that's quite irritating. But there is a fix for it. So if you go into the settings, so let me just open this one, and I will just try to put one in my ear for the demonstration purpose. And then you can see that here I have my AirPods. If you go down here, you will find here, enable charging case sound, this one. I'll move on to another feature. So yeah, so that was about the one annoying feature, and you can always go to the setting and can disable it. Of all the earbuds I've used, that has ANC, which is active noise cancellation, in AirPods Pro second generation, the ANC is really very good. I think I would call it as one of the best in the market. And from the sound quality perspective, it has very deep bass, better than the first generation of AirPods Pro. And it also delivers crystal clear clarity across a wide range of frequency. So from that perspective, if somebody who is an audiophile, I think that person, for sure, this is not like for an audiophile, because there are like better high resolution audio quality that you can get in other market. But I think when it comes to the wireless earbuds, I think these are one of the best, with really high level of clarity and bass while listening to the music. Yeah, if somebody is new to the AirPods Pro, first generation or second generation, then there is one very, I would say, Apple limited feature, which is known as spatial audio. So which is basically the Onte in terms of immersion. So when you activate spatial audio, it will actually enhance whatever you're listening to and make it feel more like you're there in the studio, or in a movie theater, or watching it live in concert. So it gives you like some immersive experience. It has two modes, so let me show you what exactly is that. So if I plug in my headphones, and if I can just let me play some music here. So I'm playing this music, and let me pause it. Now if I go here to the control center, and if I tap on this, so we have two different settings here. One is fixed and one is head track. So head track is like, when you're moving your head, you will feel that if you are tilting more towards the right side, you will feel that the sound is directly projecting towards the right side of your ear. So it feels like it changes how the sound is being projected into our ears, on the basis of what is the position of the head. And I personally, because sometimes when you keep the phone in the pocket, or sometimes when the phone is lying on the desk, the alignment could be left or right. Yeah. So what happens that sometimes you feel more volume on the right side, or apparently sometimes you feel more volume on the left side. So what I do, actually, I keep it here as fixed, so I can change it here to head track, or I can keep it here as fixed. So that what happens that the spatial audio is actually not tracking my head movement, and it keeps the sound aligned as per both of my ear. So I think this is a very beautiful experience. So I cannot show this to you, because for that you will have to use it and check it by yourself. But this is one of the best feature of AirPods Pro. It is available in first generation as well, but in the second generation I think it's like one level up the experience. So this is about the spatial audio. About the active noise cancellation, I think this is like one of the best. So again, to activate it, you tap on here, you go to noise control, and then you have here noise cancellation. So it actually blocks all the noises. In AirPods Pro 2, since it has an updated chip, so the Apple is calling it as adaptive noise cancellation. So it does allow some sound to seep in, but usually it filters most of the noises. So it actually, there is some kind of AI working in the background, which is constantly checking what kind of sound is actually entering into the AirPods mic, and if it's a noise or if it is a sound. Like for example, if you are in the traffic, then it can differentiate it's a sound of the traffic, or if it just your cell phone is ringing, and then it can allow the cell phone ring sound to be heard properly, and can block the traffic noise. And transparency as well has this adaptive transparency. So if you go out and you see that you are in the traffic, let's take the same example, then it will try to block the noises of the traffic and still let you hear what's around you, properly and clearly, but not with like enhanced sound. So for example, if somebody is drilling something next to you and you have this transparency mode on, then in that case you won't be hearing really loud drilling noise hitting your eardrums. Rather, the computer, or the coding in the chipset, it will actually make the sound little subtle. So you are still in the transparency mode, but still it is kind of blocking the noise around you. So that was a quick, I would say, opinion about the AirPods Pro 2. Talking about the battery life, it has, to me, when I am listening to music, it gives roughly around 3 hours of listening time. And when I'm putting in the case, so it's good for, I guess, 30 hours. So you can charge it like 8 to 10 times. One thing that I would like to share here is that since this comes with some UI chip, U1 chip, because it's now, you can track it through your Find My application. So if I go here, I go and Find My, you can see AirPods here. So that's why this case itself is actually consuming more power than AirPod Generation 1, because AirPod Generation 1 case was not having that chip to track the location. So that's I think it's a good feature to have, but personally I think that I'm never using that feature, and I don't know who is using that feature. Like my friends as well who have this AirPod second generation, they also say that they never use this feature. But it's good to have that feature, but it comes with a sacrifice of the battery life of the case itself. So if somebody would like to consider getting pair of these, then do consider that as well, that the case will have, it will actually drain up the battery quite faster when you compare this with AirPods Pro Generation 1. All right, so that was a quick I would say review from my side. I hope you found the video a little useful. So personally, I think this is the best Bluetooth headphone available in the market, and I am using it on daily basis. The sound quality is very good. And to summarize in one line, I really love this. There are two annoying features. One is fixable, which is about turning off the sound of the case itself. So you go to the setting, and then you go to this, and then you scroll down, and here enable charging case sound. As you can see, now it is active, so you can just tap it off, and now whenever the phone whenever the case is not charged, it will not make that kind of sound. Yeah, so I think this is something that I usually keep it off. And the second annoying feature is that, since the case comes with this some tracking chip to let the Find My application to track the case, so continuously it is actually draining the battery. So even though if you're not using it for 3-4 days, you can see that the battery is already like 40% of the case. Yeah, because it keeps on using it all the time. So that is something you cannot fix. That's a kind of inbuilt feature. And coming to the sound quality, active noise cancellation, transparency mode, spatial audio, battery backup, comfort in the ear, long-term use, I would highly recommend to go with these set of earbuds than any other in the market, especially if you have if you are in the Apple ecosystem. Yeah, because I have all the Apple products, and it pairs seamlessly with my iPhone. Then it also pairs seamlessly with my iPad Pro, and also with my MacBook Pro as well. So that was a quick one. So thank you very much once again for watching my video, and please stay tuned, because I'm going to be bringing more such kind of long-term review for my Apple Watch Ultra, and for other gadgets as well, like iPhone and iPads and MacBook in the future. So thank you, and once again, Happy New Year.